Are you tired of working your calves in traditional fashion with little to show for your efforts? Then here's what you're looking for: a tried and proved program from the Nautilus Research Institute that's guaranteed to shock your calves into becoming larger and stronger. All you need to start is access to a Nautilus multi-exercise machine and rubber-soled athletic shoes. The Nautilus multi-exercise machine is used for performing several unique calf raises. The shoes are necessary for adequate foot traction during each exercise. This routine consists of 4 sets of super high intensity calf raises. Set 1, very slow twisting calf raises, standing, immediately followed by very slow twisting calf raises bending over, immediately followed by very slow twisting calf raises negative emphasized, rest for 60 seconds. Set 2, slow twisting calf raises standing, immediately followed by slow twisting calf raises bent over, immediately followed by slow twisting calf raises negative emphasized, rest for 30 seconds. Set 3, one-legged calf raise, immediately followed by Set 4, one-legged calf raises. Set 1, very slow twisting calf raise. The normal calf raise simply involves raising and lowering the heels. The very slow twisting calf raise adds several unique variations. First is the slowness of the calf raise. The calf raise entails a short range of movement. Measure the distance that the heels move and you'll be lucky to get more than 6 inches of vertical distance. Such a short range of movement makes it easy to cheat on the exercise. To get the maximum degree of muscle fiber involvement, the calf raise should be performed very slowly. On the first set, take 2 seconds to move from the stretched position to the fully contracted position. Count to yourself as you move: 1001, 1002. Pause briefly at the top, then slowly lower your heels to the stretched position in 4 seconds of counting: 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Stretch for a second at the bottom and repeat the movement in the described very slow style for the required repetitions. The second variation is the twist. In order to fully contract the gastrocnemius muscles of the lower legs, the heels must be raised and the toes must be pointed outward as the heels rotate inward. But to completely stretch the gastrocnemius muscles, the heels must be lowered and forced outward as the toes move inward. In other words, as you contract your calves, twist your heels inward. As you stretch them, twist your heels outward. Adding the simple twisting in and twisting out to your very slow calf raises will markedly improve your results. The third variation involves resistance, repetitions, sets, and rest factors. The Nautilus multi-exercise machine has 3 features that make the calf raise more effective: a selectorized weight stack, a 4-inch step, and a weight belt. Select a weight that allows you to do approximately 10 very slow twisting repetitions. Most bodybuilders should start with between 100 and 150 pounds. Pull the belt onto your waist. Kneel and attach the belt to the movement arm. Stand and step onto the lowest level. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart. Only the balls of your feet should be on the first step as you stand erect. Your hand should be forward on the curved position of the U-shaped dipping bars. The dipping bars can be raised or lowered by lifting on the handles. The bars should be placed in a position that is approximately parallel with your elbows. You're now ready to begin set 1. From your standing position with the balls of your feet on the first step, perform 10 very slow twisting repetitions of the calf raise. Try to involve the absolute maximum number of muscle fibers by concentrating on moving very slowly for each repetition. After the 10th repetition is completed, bend forward at the waist and place both hands on the upper step. Immediately start performing very slow twisting calf raises from this position. By bending over, you significantly reduce the weight by subtracting most of your upper body from the combined total. This reduction allows you to do another 10 repetitions, but they certainly won't be easy. When you feel like you can't perform another repetition, stand up quickly. You're now ready to bring into play muscle fibers that you've never used before. With 10 repetitions of negative emphasized twisting calf raises. Negative emphasize means that you'll be using your arms to assist your calves in getting into the contracted position. Push with your triceps until you're on your tiptoes with your heels twisted in. Release with your arms and slowly lower the heels down and out. Adhere to the 4-second lowering guidelines on each repetition. Resist the temptation to do your lowering repetitions quickly. The negative phase is by far the most productive portion of any muscle building exercise. Emphasize it by always moving slowly. At the end of the 10th repetition, kneel, slip out of the belt, and sit down. It usually helps to shake and massage your calves. You have exactly 60 seconds to rest before progressing to set 2. Set 2. Slow twisting calf raise. Set 2 is performed exactly the same as set 1, with one exception. The 3 versions of the twisting calf raise are performed slowly, rather than very slowly. Instead of performing each repetition to the cadence of 2 seconds up and 4 seconds down, you simply cut the time by half. The raising should be done slowly and smoothly for 1 second. Pause briefly in the contracted position and lower slowly for 2 seconds. Stretch at the bottom and repeat. Everything else remains identical: the weight, twisting format, repetitions, and order. Naturally, the second time around is going to involve more pain. You can justify it, however, by convincing yourself that it will be over sooner. Again, don't allow yourself to rush through the negative movements. Lowering in 2 seconds, 1001, 1002, is actually slower speed for such a short range exercise. After the final repetition of the second set, take a 30-second rest. Your calves should feel tight and pumped. A few shakes for each leg, and you're ready for set 3 and 4. Sets 3 and 4, one-legged calf raise. The one-legged calf raise is one of the best calf exercises you can do. You'll be using the same Nautilus multi-exercise machine, but you won't need the weight belt. Your body weight will be sufficient to create stress. Furthermore, you don't need to use the twisting motion since it's difficult to master it on one foot. Begin with your right foot and adhere to these directions. Stand on the lowest step with the ball of your right foot. Your left knee should be bent slightly. Balance yourself by holding onto the machine. Raise the heel slowly as high as possible while keeping your knee locked. Attempt to go higher by standing on the big toe. Lower the heel slowly to the stretch position. Keep your knee locked. Try to go lower by curling and spreading the toes. Repeat until momentary muscular exhaustion, which should occur between 10 and 15 repetitions. Perform the one-legged calf raise for your left leg in the same manner. After set 3 is finished, immediately begin set 4, first with the right calf and then with the left. Frequency. In all probability, this routine will make your calves extremely sore. The soreness, however, won't occur until 48 to 72 hours after the workout. You can combat some of the soreness by performing the routine 3 days in a row. After 3 consecutive day workouts, your calves will need at least 48 hours of rest. Thereafter, best results will occur if you train your lower legs on 3 non-consecutive days each week. For example, train them on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This unique calf routine is too demanding for year-round training. After 3 weeks of this program, you should return to your regular calf routine. In 6 months or so, you might want to give it another trial for 3 weeks. It is very easy to overwork your calves, or any other body part for that matter. High-intensity exercise is the key factor in muscular growth, but it also makes a severe demand on your body's recovery ability. If your body's recovery ability becomes depleted, your muscles won't grow, regardless of the intensity of the exercise. If this routine performed as recommended doesn't stimulate your calves to grow, you're probably overworking your other muscles. An entire high-intensity workout for all your major muscles should seldom last longer than 45 minutes, and such a workout should be performed only 3 times per week. Remember that for the most efficient muscle-building results, your workouts must be in high intensity, but brief in duration, and the calf muscles are no exception. This 4-set routine will provide super high-intensity exercise for your calves, but use it sparingly. Very slow movements, twisting the heels in and out, and negative emphasized repetitions can make all your calf exercises more productive. Stubborn calves can be tamed.